What's up, y'all? It's your boy Trey Swish back at it again with another video, and today we got something a little different, right? We got a little, you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title of this video. We got something crazy today, and I want to switch the content up a little bit here and there. This article caught my eye. Let's switch over to what I saw right here. Saw this tweet, British scientists achieved teleportation with quantum supercomputer, and I'm like over here like, what is this? So I clicked on the article, right? And granted, I love technology, and also I really don't like these articles because they always have so many pop-ups. So if you have like a way to like get rid of these pop-ups and stuff like that, because I know there's stuff out there, but it's something that's safe, you know, efficient, let me know. I'll look into it. But let's just get into the meat and potatoes, shall we? This is gonna be nutty. Raw reaction, by the way. So I don't know how, if this is bullshit or not. If it's not that fun, we're not gonna upload it. So it doesn't matter. British scientists make huge science breakthrough achieving teleportation using quantum supercomputer. The team from Oxford University revealed their milestone success in a journal article which could pave the way for quantum computers to be produced more widely in the future, which I don't know much about quantum mechanics, quantum computers. I've heard these buzzwords thrown around a lot in the last 5 years for sure. And also, like, a lot in science fiction and stuff like that. But Joe Rogan's been talking about it and how, like, there's supercomputers out there using AI and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting. It sounds like, from, like, a monkey brain like me, it sounds like some, like, Skynet shit, right? A team of British scientists made an earth-shattering science breakthrough and achieved teleportation using quantum supercomputer. We're going to dive into all the details of what this actually means. Here in a second. I pulled up a couple of videos, but thrilled researchers at University of Oxford believe the impressive milestone will bring quantum computing closer to large-scale practical use. That's because they used a photonic network interface to successfully link two separate quantum processors to form a single, fully connected quantum computer. Okay, I don't know how impressive this sounds to y'all, but this sounds like connecting two computers through the Wi-Fi or some shit to me. I know that's not the case, right? The headline would be very misleading if it was. Also, it wouldn't be, you know, you could just call it Wi-Fi. I mean, we had this technology that I'm talking about since the DS. Like, actually, you had adapters you could throw on the Game Boy SP. So, were we breaking ground then? I guess small steps, you know, small steps at a time. This, according to the universities, will help to tackle computational, I don't even know what this word fucking even says, computational challenges computational challenges previously out of reach. Okay, you could just said that. I don't know what the fuck this is all about. Just computers in general, I guess. If powerful quantum technology is later rolled out successfully, the technology should be able to solve problems way beyond the capacity of traditional computers. So I'm assuming this is like what Joe Rogan was talking about. I don't know if he got wind of this before this even hit the mainstream or something, but this would be intriguing because, I mean, like, for instance, having like an AI overlord that's thrown around a lot these days, right? Having a president that's AI or something like that. It's always fun to ask ChatGPT, you know, if you're a president, what would you do? And then you ask, you know, okay, who would you vote for? And they're like, and say, I have a bias. It's like, oh, fuck you. The breakthrough essentially addresses the technology scalability problem. A quantum computer powerful enough to be industry disrupting would have to be capable of processing millions of qubits, don't know what that is, the base unit of information. Okay, that makes more sense now. However, packing all these processors in a single device would require a machine of immense size. So we're talking something bigger than a 5090, right? This is why Nvidia's, you know, the new cards are lackluster, because they're holding out the good shit. We just got the stepped on shit. We didn't get that whole 20-40% boost. We got that little small nugget size of 15 with the frame renderings. So yeah, and we thought it was a problem with fucking what's it called, Bitcoin mining. This is going to be a whole nother issue. In this new approach, small quantum devices are linked together, enabling this is the fucking word I can't say. Computations. I think that might be right. That sounds right. Computations to be distributed across the network. In theory, there is no limit in the number of processors that could be in the network. Well, that's cool. It's like infinite, right? It's like the ether. It's like Halo Infinite. Actually, hopefully it's not like that. It'll be a flop. Although quantum teleportation, goodness gracious, of states has been achieved previously. Yes, I've looking up the videos to react after this to explain exactly what the fuck this is. Apparently this has been achieved for a while. There's some videos go back actually couple years, like 4 years. This study it first demonstrates the quantum teleportation of logical gates, the minimum components of an algorithm across a network link. According to the researchers, this could lay the groundwork for a future quantum internet, which would be fucking insane, where distant processors could form an ultra secure network for communications, computation, and sensing. And I think this is just yeah, this is just all fucking pop-up. So nevertheless, we'll get out of here. What was this, the mirror? Look how far I scrolled down. So this is like, I really need to get like an ad blocker or something. Like, that's how far I am, and all of that's just fucking ads. It's like, really, bro? Really? We're gonna exit out of that. So I got this video where it kind of explains what quantum teleportation is, and it's kind of funny. I mean, I've talked about teleportation in a couple of my videos just in passing, right? I mentioned if you're a returning viewer, you know part of my fascination, or at least you've had a little hint at it with teleportation, because I don't know how many times when you're just like thinking in a dead space, I've like thought about teleportation and like thinking about like just quotes from movies. For instance, I think the most popular one, or recent one at least, that I can think of is Oppenheimer, and how he describes how we're just particles of light and stuff like that. I'm like, well, can't you just teleport light? And it'd be cool if you could just like teleport yourself, like some sci-fi shit, you know, like that, using light in general. But then it's like, once you move all those particles that you're made of individually and keep them together somehow, keep them contained, right? And you move them through space that way. Once you come to that stop, are you the same person? Like, there can't be any hiccup, any little movement in the particles at all. Theoretically, maybe you could be born as a new person completely, forget who you were. I don't know. It's just, you know, like a little stupid ass theory that a monkey has on this fucking rock that's named to me. But here is going to explain quantum teleportation and how it's real. And I love teleportation. Every time, you know, you introduce people and they ask you what your superpower would be, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Dude, it's always teleportation for me. I hate fucking getting places. I hate taking the car. I hate taking a train. I hate everything unless I'm going somewhere and I don't need to be somewhere. It's me just commuting around town. Like, for instance, if I'm on a workout and I'm on the bike, or, you know, going for a jog or something like that, it'd be just, you know, it's nice to just stretch the legs. But it's so tedious just to go everywhere. I know some people might say flying or be invisible. I get that for sure. But teleportation, like the movie Jumper, boy, talk about an amazing movie that never got a sequel. I loved Jumper. I need to go back and watch it because I bet it's not that good. But when I watched it, man, I loved it. I think it came out like 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. An amazing movie. It had actually Samuel Jackson in as well. I forgot the guy's name in the movie. It was Hayden Christensen, but it was like Mr. Rice or something like that. And the whole dynamic, the way they left it off was so cool too. It was like his mom was like the head bounty hunter hunting him down because he's a jumper. Oh, it was so good. So good. Oh, they need to make a sequel to that movie, or just like, you know, make a new one and try to make a new trilogy. They're over here trying to chop up freaking Harry Potter and do a whole recasting for a TV show. It's like, bro, there's other IPs out there that, you know, they're actually fucking good. Like Aragon, also, that was such a good, like, I thought it was a great movie. A lot of people thought it was ass, so if I go back and watch it, I'm probably like, oh yeah, it was probably bad. But like, the books were really good, so I'm surprised Never mind. It doesn't even fucking matter, right? Let's watch this video. I like teleportation. I wish I could be like Nightcrawler or some shit. Like, who doesn't? Like, fuck. Beam me up, Scotty. You know what I'm saying? So this might be the future, man. Right.
Oh,
let me turn my headset on. Here we go.
Oh, crap.
Quantum teleportation is real, and here's how it works.
I'm just going to have to take that risk.
Quantum
teleportation to space has finally been done successfully. Super exciting, but it is quantum, which means we didn't teleport a thing per se, but some data. Basically,
7
Chinese
years
scientists
ago,
beamed
bro.
photons from the ground to a satellite orbiting above the Earth. Then they messed with them using quantum entanglement. Entanglement we've talked about before. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. And it happens when you have two particles, usually photons, that are created together. They're like twins. And their twinning can stretch across space and time, like me and Mark Ruffalo. Because they were entangled, when the scientists observed the spin of the Earth photons, they could also know the spin of the photons in space too. They spin in the exact same way, even though there's no physical connection between the two. They're just mimicking each other. How? No one knows. It's spooky action. They're like telepathic twins in different cities, like me and Mark Ruffalo. In this case, the Chinese...
I really think he's forcing this Mark Ruffalo thing. Comment down below if you think this guy actually looks like Mark Ruffalo. I do not see it. He must be like related or something, and he's kind of salty about it, so he's just throwing it out there. Like, he does not look like Mark Ruffalo.
Satellite was capable of sensing the quantum state of the photons, so they could prove that the photons were entangled, even across a vast distance, hundreds of miles. So think about this for a minute. Right now, if I want to send a message, I have to secure it with encryption, like over secured Wi-Fi or radio waves. But if we could make entangled phones, say, when my quantum particle moved, yours would
5G,
move.
baby.
Take advantage of that, we could communicate without any perceivable physical interaction. Of course, we're totally not there yet. Quantum states are detectable, but by the laws of quantum mechanics, once we observe a particle, it changes. The nice thing is entanglement means...
It's annoying. You know what's really interesting? Like radio waves and all these kind of different waves that we use, like the Wi-Fi and stuff like that. I mean, like, what is the... Do we fully understand like exactly what's happening there? Like, is there any problematic like long-term effects? Like, I've heard rumors of like using wireless headphones and links to like brain cancer and a lot of like disturbing stuff. I don't know if it's just put out there to scare like moms that, you know, are trying to avoid the news and they're still trying to like get those scare clicks going. I don't know what it is, but you know, I heard about the 5G thing, seemed kind of absurd to me as well. But I mean, the more like invisible things that are passing through constantly, like quantum fucking rays, bro. Controlling that's just another, you know, it's like, I've seen a video where a guy is charging his phone, right? And he's like, okay, is it safe to, you know, use your phone while you're charging it? Well, let's look at this. He shows you the charger and he puts the fucking meter on there. Boom, it's hot. You know, there's electricity running through the fucking wire. He plugs in the phone. The phone's hot. He unplugs the phone. It's not hot anymore. So obviously there's no electricity going through the phone unless it's being charged to the battery, you know. And then he holds the fucking phone, puts it on his other hand. It's hot. So the electricity is passing through and going all the way to the other side of his body. And then he gets another person to hold his hand, and he does, you know, he tests that person's hand. And that person's, the electricity went all the way through both of them, through the phone. It's like, dude, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Now, obviously, there's people that die from, like, dropping their phones in the bathtub while it's being charged, which is not a good idea. Do not do that. That is not very smart. Or the hot tub, or the pool. And when you're in water, you shouldn't have any electrical wires near you. Let's be real. You could drop your phone in there. That's fine. It's running off of battery power. But do not. But still, I'm just like, my brain, when I think about like these invisible, you know, pathways, I guess you could say. I just want to know a little bit more about the overall consequences or just overall possible negative effects.
We only have to observe one of the particles to sense the state
but this is interesting.
Others.
Like,
but it's not two-way data transfer, not yet.
I could get instant DoorDash with quantum teleportation.
But the practicality of it is still up in the air. Quantum mechanics is still bound by the same laws of the universe's regular physics in some ways. So we couldn't use the particles for, say, faster-than-light communication. But we could use them sort of like decoder rings. For example, if a spy has one of a twin set of particles and they're contact has the other. Alongside each could be a coded message. If they meet, observe their particles and the spins match, they'd know no one had tampered with their messages. It's the ultimate security. Companies are already working on quantum entanglement as a security protocol for the future internet.
This makes complete sense why they would think that, yeah, the internet would be a quantum internet. That is actually genius. But would you be able to, even if you use it as a basis of infrastructure of a new internet, I would still imagine that once you do that, there's going to be regulations and managers and shit like that. So, you know, built into the system to actually make sure the system is working correctly, and in doing so, there's going to be doors that could be opened by outside sources that can learn how to hack this shit, right? It's like the same problem just evolving over and over again. You see this all the time, like say crypto, like there's all these different crypto schemes all over the world that are happening. You got Hawk we just had a little update on that video, but you know, all these schemes, these pump and dumps, they all happened back in the day. They happened in real life, not just with digital money, and that shit got outlawed. It became illegal, but now it's a wild, wild west when you have something else, which it replicates something that was already pre-existing, but just in a different new form. So you would assume that the same rules would apply, but time will tell, I guess. But that transfers over directly to the correlation of current day web, internet base, and then to quantum web. I feel like these problems just keep on pre-existing. You know? What's the solution to all this nonsense?
Quantum entanglement could lead to moving data without wires or wireless frequencies.
I could be just tripping. I don't know.
Anyone who somehow observed the entangled photons, i.e. spied on them, would alter them. Security could be incredible. The problem is quantum mechanics is not fully understood.
No,
this is very much like trying to create a whole new type of computer without fully understanding computer chips. Or like building an airplane without understanding air molecules. Still, some Dutch researchers plan to start the first rudimentary quantum computer network very soon. And
this looks very oddly familiar. This looks like Jarvis from the Age of Ultron movie, right? You know, if you've seen that movie, this looks very similar.
Are not alone. It's a huge engineering challenge.
My man Jarvis.
It's not impossible, but it is really hard.
Free my man.
Success, though, would most definitely change the world. A quantum internet could change our banking system. Security would be way better, but you'd still need to balance your books. FreshBooks is an online invoicing and accounting software that can help. Their software lets you manage.
We gotta add in a fucking 3-minute video. That's crazy.
Your finances or finances for a business. You can send clean and professional looking invoices in about 30 seconds. With literally 2 clicks, you can set yourself up to receive payment.
Okay, yeah, if you want, you can go watch the whole thing. Now, that's the basics of quantum teleportation. I can wrap my head around this a little bit more. It's a little bit more digestible. Let's look at the comment section real quick. I hate when I get quantum entanglement in my hair. I have to use my quantum detangle hairbrush. And that thing is spooky, even close up. Okay. I don't want to even know about that. Now, this is, I'm pretty sure, because this was like, what, 3 days ago, by NASASpaceNews. This is game changer. This is pretty much going over the article that we talked about. So this is going to be a little bit more relevant. So this will be a little interesting. See what they got to say about it.
Imagine a world where computers can solve complex problems in seconds.
I already got that. It's called ChatGPT. They also got a new one called SeatGeek. I don't know if you tried it out or not.
Problems that today's most powerful supercomputers would take billions of years to crack. A world where information can be transmitted instantly across vast distances.
Yeah.
Secured not by human-made encryption, but by the very laws of physics. That future might be closer than ever.
I wonder if we had an alien invasion. Would it be more likely for them to be able to access our data if it was how it is right now, manually encrypted by human technology or encrypted by physics? Because I think, you know, they might know a two or thing about physics, right? You think physics would be the same everywhere in this universe. They might move different in different areas depending on like the atmosphere and stuff like that. But when you're in fucking space, you know, I think they'd be pretty similar. So I don't know if that's the best move. I don't know about that one. If you think aliens are real, you know, you need a good security system. So, but who knows?
Thanks to a groundbreaking discovery by scientists at the University of Oxford. They have successfully teleported logical quantum gates between separate quantum processors, a breakthrough that could reshape the future of computing.
A new CPU.
In this video, we will break down this incredible breakthrough, explore how it works, why it's so important, and what it means for the future of quantum computing.
Looking at a tesseract or a fucking motherboard stuck in the middle of it or something. All right, here we go, baby.
Quantum teleportation is not about physically moving objects like in science fiction. Instead, it involves transferring information instantaneously from one place to another using a phenomenon called quantum entanglement.
That's it?
When two quantum particles become entangled.
Wait. You're telling me, oh my goodness, I'm just getting it now. You're telling me that I can't just like swing open a portal like I'm Doctor Strange and fucking walk into Maui? Man, this is lame.
States are linked no matter how far apart they are. If one particle's state...
Now, to be fair, if this was if this actually does happen and it is globally adapted, especially in like obviously the big countries, more advanced countries, this could change gaming. Obviously, it would change the world forever, but this could change gaming forever because it already feels like that, cloud gaming is the future just because of the lack of technology available for the mass public that wants to play video games. Unfortunately, gaming blew up like crazy in the last 10 years. So there's a bunch of OG gamers, a bunch of new gamers. There's a whole new range of gamers, right? And there's not enough fucking, graphics cards or, chips or whatever it might be for the PC scene. And then also on top of that, we saw with COVID how easily people can have shortages with consoles as well. So cloud gaming, boy, you don't have to have such a strong console or a hub to play the game. You just stream it immediately. This would be so nice. It would be amazing, but it would actually probably devastate companies. Actually, no, it wouldn't, because you could charge full price for the game and they can't resell it. The reason I still buy physical copies is because I can buy a fucking game and then I could resell it at GameStop and get fucking like 2 cents for it, or sell it on eBay and get $2. I still get something. You got to pinch some pennies where you can.
Changes, the other changes instantly, as if they were still connected. This is what Einstein famously referred to as spooky action at a distance. What makes Oxford's achievement remarkable is that they did not just teleport a single quantum state. They teleported logical quantum gates, the essential building blocks of quantum algorithms. In traditional computing, logic gates perform operations on bits, the zeros and ones that store and process information. In quantum computing, these operations are performed on quantum bits or qubits, which can exist in multiple states simultaneously due to a property known as superposition. Previously, quantum teleportation had been used to transfer quantum states between physically separated systems. However, the Oxford team went further by using teleportation to create interactions between these distant systems. By carefully controlling these interactions, they successfully performed logical quantum operations between qubits housed in separate quantum processors. This effectively means they wired together distinct quantum processors into a single, fully connected system without needing any direct physical link between them. This discovery directly addresses the scalability challenge in quantum computing. Traditional quantum computers face severe limitations when adding more qubits to a single processor due to increased error rates and decoherence, where quantum information is lost due to environmental noise. The Oxford team's method provides a modular solution. Instead of trying to fit everything into one massive processor, they can now link multiple smaller quantum processors together using teleportation. This allows for much larger and more powerful quantum computers without the constraints of a single chip.
Why do I feel like time travel is now possible watching this video? Like, I feel like we're just breaking through. Our generation is so blessed. We're either blessed or cursed. We're going to see such a fucking scale of technology. Oh, man, things are going to pop off. They've been popping off, man. But, like, I feel like in a way this is a step forward to physical teleportation and time travel. Like, I could be fucking crazy, and I'm just going off of a gut, feeling. But like, this really feels like we're going somewhere.
Even more impressive,
we might be able to time travel before we have fucking flying cars. By the way, drones don't count. A flying drone doesn't count. Like, I don't care if I can sit in I want to sit in a fucking Mustang GT Shelby blacked out with the white fucking stripes, and that motherfucker pop out some hoverboards or some shit on the bottom or some wings, bro. I don't want to be flying no damn drone. Like, to be real, I don't want to fly no fucking drone. That shit look like it's gonna break if I just clip a tree.
The experiment showed that this teleportation-based approach is feasible with today's technology. This means that practical, large-scale quantum computing might not be as far off as we once thought.
You know what that means? Skynet's on the way.
The implications of this achievement are vast. First and foremost, it solves the scalability problem, which has been a major roadblock in quantum computing.
Yep.
Most quantum
It's also been a big problem with AI. And DeepSeek fixed that apparently.
Processors
the budget in like
are small and fragile, struggling to maintain coherence when more qubits are added. By using quantum teleportation to link separate processors, scientists can now construct large-scale quantum systems without needing a single monolithic chip. This distributed approach...
So this can actually help the fucking chip industry. So this might hurt Taiwan. I'm not going to say if they're a part of whatever, but, because a lot of people watch these videos.
Could be the foundation for future quantum supercomputers. Another major implication is the potential for a quantum internet. Today's internet is built on classical communication methods that rely on encryption to secure data. However, encryption can be cracked with enough computational power. A quantum internet, on the other hand, would be fundamentally unhackable because it relies on quantum mechanics rather than mathematical encryption.
See, I don't get that part, because if you can understand the fucking mathematics, wouldn't you be able to manipulate it? Like, I really need to talk to someone that really understands this, because I need to understand this part before I buy into this 100%. Like, obviously, what am I talking about? I'm not about to go buy a fucking quantum computer, but still, like, this is like a missing piece in my head, and it's bothering the fuck out of me.
Since quantum teleportation allows for the instantaneous transfer of information without it ever physically traveling through a medium.
I guess I get the concept of, because I could hear I already know someone's probably thinking in their head, you can't manipulate physics, but you can understand them. So you're not manipulating the physics in my head, right? You're just using the physics to redirect where it's supposed to go, like, or figure out where it's going instantaneously. I don't know, gain access or something.
Eavesdropping would be impossible. Governments,
let me roll it back.
Without it ever physically traveling through a medium, eavesdropping would be impossible.
So it's instant. So therefore, there's no way. It's like a pirate ship. Like, a ship is sailing to America. Back in the day. Goodness gracious, I didn't mean to bump the mic. And there's pirates in the middle of their journey, and they rob them, right? And the journey just happens like that, right? With quantum mathematics and transfers and everything like that. So then they can't. It's too fast. The only way I guess you would be able to break that transmission, since it's instant, is if you are able to, access a different dimension, which obviously is completely sci-fi. But this used to be sci-fi as well, so who knows?
Governments,
Interstellar
financial
shit,
institutions, right? And individuals would all benefit from an unprecedented level of security and communications. You
know who wouldn't, though? And obviously this is probably not going to be accessed by the public in our lifetime, I doubt. But the FBI. The CIA. All our lovely managers of our wonderful community we have here in the United States of America. Yeah, they wouldn't benefit from this. That's for sure. But they would benefit by using it. This just not, local people use it.
Breakthrough has the potential to revolutionize multiple industries. In pharmaceuticals, quantum computers could simulate complex molecules, drastically accelerating drug discovery and medical research. In finance, they could optimize risk analysis and trading strategies with unparalleled precision. In artificial intelligence, quantum computing could lead to more advanced and efficient machine learning models. And in climate science,
so pretty much AI would have the power to solve stuff that humans would never be able to dream of in a million years, which is very essential. But you know, just having that as a tool and not having the tool rule us is key. But I wonder what the jurisdiction of it would be. Obviously, I'd assume that if you have access to satellites, you should be able to bounce off the satellites and go anywhere in the world as long as it's, you know, accessible. But I wonder how far it can reach, because if Elon's serious about going to Mars and stuff like this, like obviously he seems like he is. If we're doing that and we're able to transfer a message to them directly, instantly, from Earth to Mars using fucking physics, dude, that would be necessary. Say in a sci-fi like fiction timeline, right, where we do live on Mars at one point and something terrible is happening on Earth and the people of Mars need to know, or the people on the moon, or whatever it might be. Instant transfer, just like that.
Quantum simulations could provide deeper insights into climate patterns and help develop new materials to combat environmental challenges.
Yeah, I can do a lot of good.
Most importantly, Oxford's breakthrough brings us closer to practical quantum computing, where quantum algorithms can outperform classical computers in real-world applications. While quantum supremacy, the point at which a quantum computer outperforms the best classical supercomputers, has been demonstrated in specific cases, this development moves us toward real-world usability, where quantum computers will tackle problems classical machines never could.
How much one of them bad boys gonna go for, huh? You can get a graphics card right now for about like $3 grand. $3 grand, you get the top of the line off of eBay. Actually, it's probably going more than that. These motherfucking scalpers, they're selling that shit probably for like $6 grand a piece. Motherfuckers. Also, guess what's gonna happen? These motherfuckers that have quantum computers, they gonna fucking turn all the what is it called? The buying bots. So when there's a drop for all the chips, they're just gonna automatically just buy them that fast. First one, they gotta do physical releases. I'm tired of that shit, man. I'm so fucking sick and tired of it.
While this discovery is groundbreaking, there are still challenges ahead.
Of course.
One of the biggest is maintaining quantum coherence. Qubits are extremely delicate and can lose their quantum state easily due to external disturbances. To build large-scale quantum computers, researchers need to develop better error correction techniques and find ways to make qubits more stable. Another challenge is scaling up this method beyond a handful of processors. The Oxford experiment linked a limited number of quantum processors using teleportation, but for a fully functional quantum network, this technique must be extended to global distances.
It needs to be scaled at least to satellites. That's the biggest leap you can do, and then eventually space stations, which is, I'm surprised that's not been a big thing. Like getting out of the fucking radiation belt, I feel like should be like the biggest headline, not us going to Mars. Obviously, you gotta shoot for the stars and past the stars to get people on board, but still, like baby steps. You know what I'm saying? Like the first thing we need to do is actually like make a space station, like an actual like hub outside the radiation belt. I don't believe we have one. I could be wrong though. I'm pretty sure it's just an orbit, but who knows? I could be fucking so dumb about this. I don't know. Correct me in the comment section.
Scientists will need to refine the technology to ensure it works reliably over vast networks.
Yeah.
Encouragingly, Oxford's work is not happening in isolation. Other teams around the world are making significant progress in quantum teleportation and quantum networking. Engineers at Northwestern University recently demonstrated quantum teleportation over existing fiber optic internet cables, showing that a quantum internet could be built on top of our current infrastructure. This is crucial for bringing quantum networking into the real world. Meanwhile, Google has been advancing quantum hardware with its 105-qubit Willow processor, capable of performing computations that would take classical supercomputers millions of years.
What?
And in China, researchers have successfully teleported quantum states between satellites and Earth, laying the groundwork for a global quantum...
See, China knows what they're fucking doing. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, I knew I was thinking right, bro. China's doing it, bro. They gotta be onto something. This also reminds me a lot of like the Oppenheimer movie where they discovered that they could crack the atom, have division. So I feel like, obviously I'm not in this fucking space or anything like that, but I feel like this would be a really exciting time, not just for those guys, but for everyone, because now they've proven something could be done, and other people are going to replicate it. I assume it shouldn't be that hard. That it shouldn't take another couple of years until someone else does it as well. So this is exciting times for sure.
Network.
Hopefully,
these breakthroughs,
this can't be
along
weaponized.
With Oxford's achievement, paint a clear picture. Quantum computing is progressing at an unprecedented pace. The world is rapidly moving toward an era where quantum technology will no longer be experimental. It will be integrated into our daily lives.
Ooh. By the time it's integrated, it's probably gonna be integrated into the fucking the chip in our head. What's it called? A Neuralink. It's gonna be the update, the quantum leap, the quantum link, the QL, baby.
Thank you for watching. If you found this discussion exciting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
It's a great video,
for more
man.
updates
It really was.
On cutting-edge technology and groundbreaking discoveries. Stay curious, and see you in the next one.
It's got a whole fucking he's pushing all the documents and stuff like that. That's cool, man. I didn't know about this guy. NASASpaceNews. This is awesome. Definitely give it a like, give it a sub. Dude, let's check out the comment section though, real quick before I do my final thoughts. So now when AI uses quantum entanglement, we can no longer pull the plug so easily. I've got no strings to hold me down. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy. And I've got no strings to hold me down. Comment down below if you know what movie that's from. It's probably from something else as well, because it's very poetic as hell, and I don't think I'm not gonna say what it is because it's gonna be a giveaway. Why is this called teleportation when it's actually entanglement? Just to get eyeballs? Exactly, to get eyeballs, because you got my eyeballs on this. And if I heard of quantum entanglement, I wouldn't be talking about it. I wouldn't, but this is very, very fucking interesting. It really is. Entanglement meaning entangled particles share one wave function. When Higgs boson decays into an electron in a boson, oh boy, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna lose everybody. Has anyone independently confirmed this? For those claiming that this is garbage channel or saying that all they are explaining is copying, have a fundamental misunderstanding of what teleportation means and how there are several different forms of teleportation. Yeah, we've had teleportation already with data. It's just really fucking slow apparently compared to what it could be. Yeah, 5G, no, quantum G, bitch, fucking G, it's quantum. Drop the G, drop the numbers, just Q. There's no improving at this point. All you can do is improve your hardware, bitch. Oh, this is fucking awesome topic, man. I really do enjoy talking about like breakthroughs and stuff like this, like technology. It's very, very entertaining to me because I can just geek out about it. I love doing science fiction writing in my free time here and there. And, it's just cool to see like steps of like things like Star Trek, beam me up, Scotty. Like I know that's a physical thing, but there's baby steps, right? Iconic words, small steps for men, right? So yeah, I don't know what else to add to this video, to be frank. I'm curious on what y'all have to say about this whole situation. I'm actually very curious to hear what y'all have to say. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section below. Also, if you want, you can like the video. It helps me out tremendously. It's free to do, helps push it out to more people. Yeah, hit that sub button if you're not subbed already and you're a returning viewer. Like, why not? We just broke 600, baby. Let's get the 1K, baby. Let's get monetized and start pushing on some more creative stuff where I can actually I want to make better content. Every single video I try to do, I try to make it as good as I can, and I'm always hungry to make a better video. So yeah, that's it. This is the Ether. My name is Trey Swish, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And maybe one day I could just beam to your fucking house and dap you up in quantum style. I don't fucking know. The world is your oyster. Deuces.